Oh, yeah, y'all. Welcome back to this very special episode tonight. Boy, we ready to test your Funkentelechy. We want to
How's your
know.
funk?
We want to know how's your
How's your
funk?
funk?
Tell them about it. We we
Intelligent.
we want to know. And
How's your funk?
we always allude to one episode from one episode to another. Uh y'all know we was talking about what gave us the whole secrets of the pyramids of how Parliament was Funkadelic and Funkadelic was Parliament. And I think Brother David Chaos said, yeah, now they need to figure out about the Bop Gun and the flashlight. And then I said, well, shoot, that was the birth of Sir Nose. And because we had an endangered species on the loose, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, y'all. We gonna be talking about Funkentelechy
Yeah.
versus the placebo
Yeah. When the syndrome is,
syndrome. When the syndrome is around,
don't let your guard down.
all you got to do is,
Fall on the funk.
well, all right, y'all. Yeah, welcome
See,
aboard.
you
Welcome
see,
aboard, y'all.
yeah, welcome aboard,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Now, see,
This is an official episode of Funkin' Around with PTFI and David Chaos. So, welcome back, y'all.
welcome back, y'all. Now, see, I have to mention that uh show I just watched with Diem Jones on there. And for those of you who don't know who Diem is, he was Parliament P Funk's photographer. Did a lot of album covers and backstage pictures and etc. And he was talking about how the messages were in how they were putting the messages in the music and how George, in the griot style, however you pronounce it. I thought it was pronounced griot, but some pronounce it griot in the style of this, storytelling uh throughout all African cultures. But George was like, yeah, but I want to put the message and the story in there, but ain't nobody gonna listen to it unless they can dance to it. So there you have it. Parliament was known for sprinkling those little messages in there, and life messages
Absolutely. The subliminal seduction was upon you in full
for
effect.
you to shake your booty to.
And at the same time, it would sink so deep into your intellect, you'll be like, whoa, is this a classic version?
Exactly.
Is
What
this
was
a
that?
classic version of good versus evil? Wow.
Yep.
That's what I
That's
see.
exactly what it was.
Hey man, you mentioned my man, Mr. Jones. How do you properly pronounce his first name? Just to make sure I've got it right.
Diem,
Diem, not denim, but
not
Diem.
denim.
Right.
Diem. Or
Diem.
not dime.
All
If
right.
I've
So,
seen some people pronounce it as Diem.
okay.
Diem.
Yeah, yeah. I listened to that thing you sent me too with him, man. And yeah, there's a lot of information on that. I do want to send a shout out to him because I do have his book, that whole Motor Booty affair, book
Oh
that he
yeah.
had. Do you have it handy or do I have to go in my closet and dig it out?
I can pull mine out right here, I
Oh, good.
believe.
Okay.
Uh, See, that's the other thing. You gotta have a funk. Oh, that's gonna be on the One Nation show, but
Mm.
the funk is basically the equivalent to the Force in Star Wars. Just so
May,
y'all know that.
may the funk be with you, man.
May the funk be with you. And I don't have it handy.
All right. Well, we gonna do
It
some
should be.
magic right now. Watch this. See, y'all don't see me with it right now.
Then y'all gonna. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have double magic.
Oh, okay.
Bam!
Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. See, I was gonna pull a disappearing act and make it appear magically in my hand, but that one right there. Yeah, if y'all, y'all don't have that, man, add that to the collection.
Yeah,
Hey,
these are they may be rare at this point, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure he still has some around where he can,
yeah, man.
and the back covers. Yeah, he took this album cover.
Oh yeah, and when
Uh,
you listen to what he's talking about, what Uncle Jam originally was thinking about calling himself, he said, "Man, if you call yourself that, you may upset some people in Oakland, California." So we ain't even gonna get that deep.
tell him what it was.
No, 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 not here. You got to go search out that video to find out. We ain't gonna no because
Okay.
that was some real talk right there. So,
Yeah.
hey man, but getting back and we like to kind of before we get in depth on the tracks, uh, we kind of had the 3D effect happen out here in my neck of the woods yesterday, man. Just to let you know, and well, first of all, it was a
That's some
earth.
volcano action.
Well, hold on, I'm get to it. It was an earthquake off the coast of Russia. So when it's something like that going on, all of a sudden they put our entire island under a tsunami watch. And
Oh
I was
wow.
like, "Oh wow!" So my daughter came over and said, "Dad, did you see the news?" I'm like, "Nope," because I was in here doing my thing in the studio. So
It's
yeah,
talking
but
around.
yeah, but I was funking around. But it don't the watch only lasted for like 40 minutes. But man, so we had the earthquake, we had the tsunami watch, and then at 4 o'clock this morning, Pele started doing her thing again, popping
Oh
off.
my
So
God.
so
Yeah,
we
y'all
had
had
it in
like
we had it in full 3D going on, man. But you know what? We still blessed. We still here, and I'm just
that's what they
thankful.
say. It comes in threes, don't it?
And it show did yesterday, and I think I told you off camera. We hadn't got our little to go bag together yet, right? Ask me, do we have our to go bag together?
You got your to go bag together?
Wait, but cars fully juiced up, ready to go to higher ground or either farther away,
Man,
whichever direction is happening.
that's
We ready to
why
go.
that's why I don't care when my gas tank get to 3/4 tank, I fill it back up. I
Oh,
try not to
okay.
let it go past that.
Man,
Uh,
smart man,
Man, you
smart
never
man,
know.
smart
Well,
man.
it happened because the gas costs too much, so I don't want to pay that much to fill it back up anyway. So
But if something really go down, it's going to almost double or triple in price too, because
right, so
everybody going to be trying to go from zero to full, right? That's going to be that
yeah,
problem. So yeah, man,
everybody
that's
gonna
smart.
blame. They gonna start blaming tariffs and all that.
So that's our did you know moment, and be prepared for anything because it can
Yeah,
happen, y'all.
because I heard and I thought about it. I said, what?
Yeah,
7.5?
yeah, that's a
And then they
big
said, oh
one.
yeah, and Hawaii had a tsunami warning.
Yeah,
And yeah, but you said it was only 40 minutes. But I
yeah,
tell you what,
hey, yeah.
that was the most tense 40 minutes you had, wasn't
Yes, it was.
it?
We was like, okay, let's get the. I said, let's get the to-go bag ready, right? It was like my daughter and my wife had that look like, what bag? So shout out to them for getting it together, man, and staying calm. That's the main thing. You got to stay calm when all everybody else is getting all flustered and everything. You got to remain calm, man.
Now, now the funk equivalent to remain calm is you got to put your sunglasses on so you can see what you're doing.
That's right, because the sun is in my eyes right now, but I kind of like that, so that's cool. Hey, so all right, y'all. So we always do our little prep stories to get us going. So yeah, I'm ready to dive all into it, man, because it's um it's a lot of stuff that came with this project. So on my way to a Parliament concert, I had already bought the 45 of Bop Gun, and I had left it on the record player so it would just keep playing the whole time while I was gone. And so Bop Gun was the
The
only thing that
45 version of Bop Gun. Oh
the
my God.
45 version of Bop Gun that before the album, before Sir Nose was here yet, we were talking about endangered species, right?
Yep.
Endangered species.
Species.
Yeah, man. And it I see I'm always honest with my funk. It it took me a minute to understand it because it wasn't the same as a Dr. Funkenstein. It wasn't the same as a Do That Stuff or Tedder Roof, or, the stuff that had already hit. And the live album, I'm still on a high on that thing, right? So
Yeah.
a natural high on just how they had took all that other stuff and mixed it into one big gumbo pot, and now endangered
Gumbo.
species. And it goes back to what you were saying that Mr. Jones was talking about earlier, uh, about the subliminal messages. So let's dive into track number one with endangered species. What do you think he's trying to say about that, brother?
Uh, on guard. Protect yourselves. Who do you think he's talking to? I took it as he was talking to us as a race of people going through
Absolutely.
what we was going through. And to remember
Absolutely.
that you are now an endangered species. That's how, so arm yourself.
That's right.
And start off on guard. That's
Right.
French, right? For
Right.
get
Yeah,
get
ready,
get
cause
ready.
get ready, cause the battle's about to begin. Right.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
So, you know, defend yourself. And at one point they say protect
Yeah.
yourselves, you know,
Man,
and
turn me loose. We
see,
shall
moving
overcome.
right on you,
Where did you get that funk
baby.
from? Look at us. Wait, we're doing our own little medley of it right there. Just
I
you take
mean,
any
come
part of
on,
it.
man.
It's
He
deep.
say,
Yeah.
turn me loose.
Yeah.
We shall overcome. Martin Luther King Jr.
Mm,
All
mhm.
right, all that's in there. So it's
It was deep. It
got to
was.
get over the
Oh,
hump.
oh, oh,
We got to
oh,
get over
wait.
the hump.
Wait, we got some layers for that one. We remember that part right there. We when we get into our sampling phrase, okay?
Let me shoot him with the pop gun.
Pew,
Oh,
pew. Remember? Pew, pew.
yep. That must. I
Man,
bet you that was Bernie going. "Choo."
pew, pew. Hey, man. Hey, so with all of that happening, once again, the mighty vocals of Glenn Goins just taking them to church with it, man.
Church, man, gospel roots.
And you could hear it in the song. So like I said, it took me a minute, right, to grasp on, and then then I heard that,
Yep.
and I'm glad I just did that. Reminds me of a story.
What's that?
There weren't too many songs that was hidden. See, now I gotta be careful how I word this because it's gonna sound like I'm contradicting myself. Hitting with the snare on the one. If when you put that song on, the snare hits you first instead of on the two and four like most of the other songs. You see them? So
That's that Motown, man.
man, something was
Clap,
happening there.
clap, clap.
Oh, that's the oh that I call that the not the march. What is that? Oh man, the double time. That's the double time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the pat pat pat. Yeah, but he wasn't double time. He was only out of those eight beats. It was hidden on the one
One. With the snare, the bass
with the
kick
with
too.
the snare.
It was like
So that
you
was
hear both.
unique. Yeah.
Boom,
No.
boom, boom,
Now
boom,
I ain't gonna try to put you on the
boom,
spot, but
boom. Clap.
who was on the drums on that one? Do we know?
Uh, I know. I mean, I could say who I think it was,
Yeah, yeah, that's
and then
cool.
and then y'all
And
gonna have
people
to go check Danny Bedrosian's book.
book, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Uh, I don't know.
It didn't sound like Bigfoot. It's I really I don't know who's on drums on that one. I
Let's
can't
see
even
who.
tell.
Let's see. let's see who the credits said was
Oh,
on
well,
the
you
drum.
can always check the credits. Yeah, it's gonna be about 3, 4 mugs. I bet. Watch.
No, I said drums and percussion, Jerome Braley.
Period.
So
Wait a
some of
minute.
them
Wait a minute.
like it
Period.
don't sound like it's hit. It's to say drums and percussion, Jerome Braley. That's what it said.
Wow. Okay then. All you historians.
And then I heard that somebody else was playing the drums on Flashlight.
Same
So
here. Wait a minute. Wait. We're gonna say that one for last. Hold on, man. You don't look. You just teleported from the beginning to the end. Come on now, man.
no, you
Don't.
see the look on my face. But
Yikes,
we're
man.
going to rewind,
Rewind that
select,
tape.
go back to
Okay.
the
All right.
battle of good and evil. You got Star Child and you got Sir Nose.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Look what happened to him. Blam! He got hit with that Bop Gun and
Well,
got
hold on.
turned loose.
Wait. Come on, man. See,
So
you
we got to
fast
go back.
like you telling me you fast forwarding through it, man. Take your
Okay,
time,
but
man.
yeah, but see, so you got to go Funkentelechy. Let's break down the words here. Funkentelechy versus the Placebo Syndrome.
All right.
That was deep in itself for at the time that came out.
That was a long title, right? So
It
here
was
we
a
go with
long
those
title,
longs. Yeah.
and everybody going like, "What's the Placebo Syndrome? What's that?"
Ooh.
It's like, oh, but if you don't even know what placebo was, you was really trying to figure stuff out.
We gonna get to
Uh,
placebo syndrome because that's right before you get the power of the flashlight upon you. So let's finish up on that Bop Gun, man. So after all this other stuff we talked about, he introduces a brand new toy, the Bop
My God,
Gun.
I showed you a
Now,
picture of it.
now we know the Bop Gun is supposed to make them dance, right? But on that subliminal side of things, it was doing a little bit of more than just making you
Make them,
dance,
it's called make them act right.
make them act right.
That's what it was.
And what was to come on the Funkadelic, it was to make you think because it wasn't illegal yet. But I'm getting ahead of myself. But with the power of the Bop Gun, it
Yeah,
made them dance and it opened up your eyes to what was around you and what was really going down. That's the way
yeah,
I felt about it.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It started. It told, like I said, it started from the beginning. On guard,
Yes.
defend yourselves,
Yeah.
because they moving in on you, baby. And then, we got to sing it. We shall
Oh,
overcome.
yep.
Where'd you get the funk from? Come on, man. They was telling you.
Yeah.
It was Glenn in church. It was the pastor, the preacher, or whatever you want to call him, at the pulpit telling you what was going on. That's back to with the church band playing the music behind it. That's what it was. That's exactly what that song was to me. It was
Endangered
like, man,
species,
that's
y'all.
how they get down in the black church.
I love
Band,
that.
full band behind the preacher telling you what time it is.
Wait a minute. I love that the name of the song is Bob Gun, but in parentheses it says endangered
Endangered
species.
species.
Right.
That's
So
what.
so once again another long title. What's this funk all about? So man, let's slide into the next one that has an
Oh,
even longer title.
I didn't even know we was done with Bop Gun.
Oh,
Okay,
wait,
but
man,
that's
but come
cool.
on, man. Wait, we could do a whole episode on the Bob Gun if you really want to,
Well,
man.
I
I
thought we
mean,
was doing a whole episode on the album.
okay, all
I
right.
mean, okay, so let's go on to the next.
Yeah,
We'll go to the next.
okay, which is a favorite of mine because now we actually see a villain, somebody that is devoid of funk. An arch enemy has been revealed to us.
So both characters, Star Child, the motive, Star Child, and the villain were introduced to you on side one.
Man,
You already heard Star Child on Mothership Connection. That's when he was introduced.
mm-hmm,
And his arch enemy and nemesis came to fruition on this one.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
So
so
let's
the
break
birth
that one down.
so the birth of Sir Nose, devoid of funk, in parentheses now, pay attention, B3M, blind
Oh,
three
nine
mice.
three mice.
Okay. This will be a good one right here. So, you fake the funk, your nose will grow. Uh, the Pinocchio theory is upon you. All of the above, man. It's it's full concept to the Maximus right now because this character is trying his best not to dance, not to open his eyes to what's up around him. Uh, so the battle is on.
Yeah, I mean, it, but this is like he's coming back though, because after it starts off, I am Sir Nose,
Mm-hmm.
devoid of funk, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But then he tells Star Child, "You have only won a battle.
Right.
I am the subliminal seducer. I will never dance." You got the horns in the
What?
back. Dun, 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 dun.
Then I will return, Star Child.
Exactly.
And did he return? But
Yep.
okay.
So
But
then the nursery rhymes come in.
yeah, yeah. Syndrome. Twiddle dee dum.
Sweetly detail. Hump drum. Don't succumb.
Yeah.
Boom boom. Doo doo. Boom boom. Boom
Boom, boom, boom. Well,
boom. Boom.
I can dig it.
This is the Star Child.
Are we gonna do this, man,
On
on
another
another
day,
day?
chasing
Chasing
the
the
noses
noses
away.
away. Who are we? We are the protectors of the pleasure principle.
Principal.
All right, y'all. All right, we better be careful because we over here saying full lyrics. So let's
They all ran after the farmer's wife.
I
What
wonder
they do?
why.
Hit on the head with a water pipe. Have you
Have you
ever
ever
seen
see?
such a
Come
sight
on,
in your
man.
life?
Come on,
Don't
man.
lie, three mice.
Oh, I love those Mises to pieces. All right, man. See, once
Oh,
again,
speaking of the
okay, okay,
zone of
okay.
zero funkativity, or better known as the
Nose
nose
zone.
zone.
Has anybody seen no
Oh man, it's
smell-o-vision?
game all up in this
Man,
song,
okay,
man.
all right, right, right. And see, I've seen so many reviews on this where they said, he's doing too much uh, uh, comical nursery rhymes. And, well, man,
No,
yeah, if you look at it
it's
on just,
hitting you hard, it's triggering you, ain't it?
wait, but see, when you look at it just like that, with eyes closed, shut, and ears not opened, yeah, that's what it sounds like.
That's
But
your
when
eyes wide shut.
yeah, but when you get deep like we do with this stuff, you see all of the subliminal seduction going on with it, right?
Come on, man. This was like 10 minutes of game to a slow, funky groove.
Yes, it was, man. Yes, it was, and I love the fact that that sound of when Sir Nose spoke, you listened because nobody had that sound, to my knowledge, on any other record at the time.
Not like that.
They had the
I
talk
mean, you have
box,
Rufus.
but
Yeah.
you had the talk box, you had the vocoder, but you did not have the harmonizer doing what it was doing then for Sir Nose Devoid of Funk. When Sir Nose Devoid of Funk spoke, y'all listened.
It was like,
It's like, man, what is that?
y'all was
Who?
like,
It sounded like a computer talking back then to me because we
well, in a
45 years
sense, it
later.
was.
Well,
When you look at it, it
right, 'cause it
was.
was going through the
Because
processor.
that's
Yeah.
who the placebo syndrome.
Oh,
Everything becoming digitized.
right,
All of that, man. All the
right,
computerized computer
right.
robots. Oh, I can remember them films we used to see in Westlake. Oh, well, by the time such and such, we're gonna be like living like the Jetsons. You can order your
Mhm.
food and it'll come down the chute, blah blah blah. And space cars and all that. Come on, they was already trying to computerize us back then. So they were just getting you ready. And a lot of people didn't think, oh, that's just science fiction.
Yeah, well, what the future is based on science fiction, but don't get me started with that,
Exactly.
man. Don't even get me started with that. So, that song goes through so many different changes, man. They don't find no one beat up and down on this thing. This thing goes through some vainglorious groove changes, and I'm sure you can hum them all, can't you? All right. All right. Go ahead, man. You go ahead. Down. And then it goes into another one, man. And see, and that right there, man, the horns on that. I don't know if that was still
Yeah, I
Fred,
think that was Fred and probably Fred and Bernie.
but
That's the
man, dun, 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 dun. They was
yep,
even doing what was that?
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers Bugs Bunny stuff, man. And
Mhm.
it
But
sounded
you know
good.
why? But do you know why?
Warner
I
Brothers was
peeped the
in.
subliminal.
Hmm.
No, I
Oh,
the way I felt it was
oh,
because of the message of the song. He was speaking to us as a people. We endangered species.
right.
You gotta, still on that song, right? But now our nemesis coming with the placebo syndrome, and I was taking that Looney Tunes riffs in the background as how they used to look at us back then
Hmm.
when they was
Oh,
making them cartoons,
oh my
making
goodness.
fun of us.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I
Oh,
took that as they was throwing a little shot back at them, like, oh yeah, remember we the ones that you make fun of,
yeah.
or that's what Sir Nose represented.
And I was
That whole
thinking,
thing.
and that's definitely a deep end of it. But I was thinking that, oh, that's a Warner Brothers cartoon, and guess what? Funkadelic, we on Warner
What
Brothers
a
now. That's it. I kind of took it as that, but yeah. So,
Nah, I went deeper because I was schooled at a young age on all that. Um,
hmm
why we wasn't watching Tarzan or certain Warner Brothers cartoons in the morning because of what they
no, that
represented and where they came from. So
absolutely
that's that's how I took it. I said, oh, and he's doing that. They're doing that behind Sir Nose.
makes sense.
So Sir Nose was
Man,
yeah.
I
So that's
got you,
how
man. I'm
I was
tracking
like,
with you, man. Man, I dig it.
man,
It makes sense.
this is some.
Yeah, man.
And
So
I ain't even got through the album yet.
uh,
This is just, what did you do when you first heard that song when it went off? Did you take the needle and put it back and play it again?
no, well, you know what I did, and don't y'all purists don't be mad at me. I didn't on track number three. I kind of didn't feel the Wizard of
Wizard of
Fine.
Finance.
But over time, that just aged with fine wine,
But I
man.
thought we were still on Sir Nose though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, you said, what did I do when the song was over? Some people let the album keep playing. I'm saying
Oh,
I flipped it over and got and
okay.
you see, I'm just letting you.
I
You
I,
see,
I put Sir Nose right back on because I
yeah.
was like, did I just hear what I heard? Triple on the voice, like you said, the voice, the character voice,
Mm-hmm.
and and I guess because of being in band and all that, I was kind of just tripping on the arrangements of the song. It was like, man, this is like, and and this is after the Earth tour happened, so
Right.
it was like this is like Parliament. I can go back and string funkadelic stuff into like a concept and continuation thing, but the Parliament thing,
Oh, it was
it
easy.
was clear to me at
Yeah, it
this
was.
point.
Yeah,
This was like was or could be an ongoing funk opera.
absolutely. I think
And,
you and me were
and
talking about on the back of the album. Oh no, that was on Clone's album where you see the little mothership.
Yeah.
from
After Mothership Connection.
and then he did the same thing on this one, you know. So
Exactly.
it's like, oh, the story continues. It just keeps
Yeah.
unfolding, right? And
And
man,
every time part every and you just knew like, okay, when the next Parliament album come on, it's gonna be a part three. It's
right,
gonna be the
right.
story gonna continue with certain notes. Okay.
But
You know, so
we getting a little, you know, that's
I'm
for the
just
next one.
saying,
Yeah,
man.
because you know we ain't even gonna talk about taking it underwater yet. That's a that's a
Well, no,
deep
I was
dive.
just, I was just gonna get more into the some more lyrics about it, but
About what,
uh,
the Sir Nose?
about certain
Oh,
notes, yeah.
go
And
ahead,
just
man.
just how it represented, I think I already said it, how it represented the placebo syndrome. But it was basically, the system coming back. Like, yeah, you won that last battle. Y'all got y'all civil rights, but I'm coming out now. I'm gonna hit y'all with this stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So now,
Hmm.
so it's like unguard, protect yourself, because when the syndrome is around, don't let your guard down. And then boom, next song, yep, here he come,
See,
here he come.
and we talked about, so we got armed with the Bop Gun for us. Sir Nose is letting you know I'm gonna be armed with my placebo syndrome, and we talked about what the whole placebo thing was about how you can have 10 test guinea pigs, I'll call them, and five of them get the real drug, and the other five don't. And we want to see which one of y'all trip, thinking that y'all really got the real dope, right? But
Yeah.
it's placebo, so it ain't got nothing, but it still can make you trip. It-
So basically, we're gonna break it down for you newbies
Break
that
it
that
down, man.
since y'all rely on AI information now. Uh, Placebo. Now, this is the AI definition, but we know that it's, a substance or procedure that resembles a medical treatment but has no active ingredient or therapeutic effect. It's often used in clinical trials as a control group to compare the effects of a real treatment against a fake one.
Bam.
Okay, that's the short version. So, yeah, you ever hear about them things where they like, oh, well, we gave we had 20 people and we gave 10 of them uh the active ingredient and the other 10 got a placebo and we wanted to see what the results would be.
That's what I
Now,
just said. Absolutely.
now what do you think is gonna happen when all 20 of them say, oh, I'm cured, I feel it? So are 10 of those people lying? Or
Somebody's
were they psyched out to believe
wait,
that, this
somebody was
really worked?
somebody was funking with the mood control. But
There
we'll
you
get to
go.
that, right? Do we?
We got to do Wizard of Finance.
Oh, baby, see, I told you I usually flip the album over, right?
Nah, it don't matter because we're doing song by song. So Wizard of Finance.
All
Now,
right, moving on to the
now,
wizard, man.
now, when we
So,
was
so
talking
come
about
on,
that,
go ahead,
now
man.
we was talking about that to do a simple breakdown on it. He was talking like he's talking about money,
Mm.
and I mean, I'm okay. If I was a wizard of finance,
Finance,
speculating
speculating
every day on Wall
Wall
Street.
Street.
Come on, man.
Come on. But
You
wait a
know,
minute. But see, but hold on. Remember I told you
my
some.
dividends,
See, but hold
I'm going
up.
to read it. My dividends
Oh,
will be so tremendous, even Dow Jones
Jones.
would find it hard to
Hard to
believe. Come
oh, I
on,
thought you
man.
said okay. All right, so but check it out. Remember when we said, or I think it was me, when I said how much I came to love handcuffs off Mothership because it broke ranks from
Right.
the concept of everything else flowing. To me, at that time, I'm going back to 70s, 77,
Wizard of
man.
Finance was
What?
handcuffs.
Man, it that kind of didn't to me at the time. It didn't follow the concept of the rest of the thing. That's why I would flip it over because I wanted to get to Funkentelechy. I wanted to say, "Oh man, what Sir Knows is he still around?" But then when George and the gang and let's see who wrote this. George, um, so it looks like
That was
says
George.
Ford and Glenn Goins. See, they got writers credits on this. It sounds like they broke rank just like with handcuffs Beautiful song. But it just, to me, at that time of a teenager on the mothership, it wasn't following the flow of the concept, which is 1,000,000% cool with me now.
It followed it to me because it was like there's a side ones. Now I don't know if they picked it and sequenced it like that, but to me, again, it was like, okay, we just got warned with Bop Gun to get ready. And then what we need to get ready for came on the second song.
Right.
Uh, trying to because he lost the last battle. Now he coming back. So now with to me, the Wizard of Finance was like, that's what we gonna need
Hmm.
to take care of that. It's
Right.
kind of like just like how the what do you call them people the the ones that do the wars, the military industrial complex, whatever it's called. It was like that. They put all the money in the defense. They put all their money in all that. So it
Oh,
was
the
to me, it
the
had
war
something.
chest, the war chest,
Yeah,
man. That's what you're
yeah.
talking about. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, the where all the money goes.
What? Right.
So to
Right.
me, that's what that was kind of like like hinting on. Yeah, pay attention. You're gonna need this money to
Okay. Okay.
keep the battle going. So I
I
mean, I don't
understand.
know that, but then it started coming off as a love song
That,
that he needed.
wait,
You
wait.
gonna
See,
need to. She ain't
see,
gonna be with you if you
see.
ain't got the
Wait a
money.
minute. Wait a minute.
You see
See,
what I'm saying?
I was waiting for to see if you was gonna come clean with it because I was getting ready to say it again. Just like with handcuffs, to me,
Yeah.
it becomes a love song because he's trying to make sure. Man, didn't you say Parliament was back in the day? From what you saw, was for the pimps, players, and hustlers, right?
Yeah.
So that was the little up under.
But
Like here
see,
you go for the love song.
now it fit because now if you look at the Mac, which represents that life, you see the battles that he had to go through
Right.
and the enemies he is faced
Right.
with. And
Right.
then once he came out of battle victorious or lost, what? He needs his comfort from that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, but
You're
see,
gonna have that love
but
interest
see, I was too
regardless.
young
So
back then to even understand that part of it. I'm just being real with you now. Man, I love the track now. I'm just
well,
saying, but back
yeah,
then,
yeah.
it was
But
like, man, why is he talking about this girl right now? I want to know what's happening with certain
got to do with
hoes in Star Child. What they about to do?
got to do with certain old and Star Child It was
Yeah,
a
but no,
distraction.
yeah, yeah, we know about those distractions, man. Gosh, dog. So yeah, man,
Oh
I
man.
get it, and
And
I
plus
see.
that song, it was a lot of jazz elements to that.
Right, right.
And then here we go back to what I said before.
What is a funk musician
Funk,
again?
funk, funk is nothing. Funk is sped up blues played by frustrated jazz musicians.
And that one definitely sounds like a jazz tune. The way it starts with a trippy it sounds like the blues, man. Right, right. And see, and it's cool. And I could see you, at a young age, you was able to accept it, but man, and I'm gonna stop saying it because it sounds like
That
I'm
was from being
hating.
in the band,
Man,
man.
I was in the band too. What you talking
I
about?
know, but I'm
No,
like,
man,
I'm the
come on, man.
drummer. I'm the
I,
drummer. So
oh,
you
okay.
played the trumpet.
I played the
I'm
trumpet.
the
Right.
drummer. So I'm fascinated by all the instruments everybody playing.
All right,
But they got
man.
it. But I gotta keep their time. So
All right, man.
you know.
I'm
So
just saying and
I was
that's
just like,
cool.
man,
You wait a minute.
they blowing on this one.
Your eyes was wide open at an early age, man, and that's beautiful, dude. There ain't nothing wrong with that at all, man. I was just like I said, I was ready to hear that.
Okay.
I'm
All
just
right,
saying. Okay,
now,
so let me know when you're ready to get to.
now we can do that one because all I'm gonna
Oh,
do is rehash that story.
ah, that's right.
'Cause this
Okay.
sound this was the first one. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
I
yeah.
said, here we go,
Wait. You saw
another
colors,
long song. I love these long songs.
right? And then I
They had
want to
me
get
sitting
into that
down
part
listening.
that you say that nobody really does. So, so now we
Oh,
flipping the record over. because this wasn't a
Right.
CD back then.
Yeah,
This
wasn't no
was
CDs and digitized back
this.
then.
You had to
All
get
just
up.
flat
You had
out.
to get up from sitting down, laying down, or getting down, and take the
Yeah,
turntable. And wait, either you had
yeah.
that auto play that came back by itself, or they would just sit there in the groove, just spinning
Or
forever.
or or you tried to out think it and get two albums and had a thing on the thing that hold the album on the top. So when side one finished, side two dropped down on top, then it come play that one. But
Man, you would have to have two records though, wouldn't you? The
I
two of
just that's what I'm
the,
saying. So people would do that.
oh shoot! All right,
So that's where the laziness started kicking in.
the
It's like
the
oh, you got to hear
autoplay was
side
born.
two. You got to get your butt up and turn the record over. And then it gives you enough time for the groove to go back to what you was doing. Then come back on. And then
Oh man,
start off. They don't even count it. It just went
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun,
down.
dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, yo, this is mood control saying you might as well pay attention. You
Pay
can't afford
attention.
free
Free speech.
speech. Ooh, mood
Now
control
see
is
that was
designed to render
to render
funkable
funkable
ideas
ideas
brought to you
brought
by
to
the
you by the
makers of
makers of Mr.
Mr.
Prolong.
Prolong, better known as.
Urge overkill.
Hold on, here he goes. The
The
pimping
pimping
of the
of the
pleasure
pleasure
principle.
principle.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
The
So
placebo
wait a minute.
syndrome,
So here we are.
the
Okay.
pleasure principle is the same.
Mm-hmm.
We looking
Mm-hmm.
at the same people here. Someone funking with the
The
mood
control.
control.
Mood. Yeah, man. That jam takes you on a journey and you could see that there's heavy Bootsy influence on that bass. I don't know. He's hitting like 17 notes in one measure. It seems like he's just all over the place, carrying the weight of that song. I'm going to call it a journey because it starts you off at the beginning and then it takes you to so many different changes, and it's all in the key of funk, y'all. I know it's some frustrated jazz musicians on it, but at the same time,
I like
it
that
it
cymbal
stays.
ride. I
Oh,
like that cymbal ride that they had phasing
with the flange on it, sound
the
like it.
flange or phasing on it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's break down every piece of this puppy, man, because I like
That
the
was like
I like the guitar parts when it man.
that was my favorite part though. They that coming in on the one. Wow. Or some parts go wow 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 wow. Then they
Man,
then
it
whoever playing drums when they get to the part where they kind of do it. It's
yeah,
listen to the song. Listen to
I know it says Jerome on it, but I would really, I'm about to get that book by Danny, man, because I would really want to know if that was all Bigfoot on it. And if it was, man, great. If it wasn't, I'm cool with that too, man, because all of the elements of it sound like the man. And I know you got a good story about it when you was hearing a buzz or something like that.
it.
But man, that song literally took you back to outer space. I mean, it really it was like one of those where it was so many elements going on all around you and going in and out and coming back and still keeping that groove. And
I
then
mean,
going
listen to what he was saying though. That's part of
right,
what it was doing.
right.
Or we'll be pecking lightly like a
Like a
woodpecker with
woodpecker.
a headache. Come on, man.
Yeah. And doesn't he say
Because
because
it's
it's
cheaper
cheaper
to
to
funk
funk
than
than
it
it
is
is
to
to pay
pay attention.
attention? lo and behold, someone's funking
And
with the mood
with the
control. So
mood
yeah,
control.
man. So yeah, that
Name that feeling. See,
what's
Price is
behind.
right. Going
Wait,
is going
wait,
to
wait,
that
wait a minute.
familiarity that you know.
What's behind the third door? Big
Uh,
deal. Let's make a
Would you
deal.
would you pay would you
All that stuff
change your font
for
for
this
this?
or for that. Oh
No.
man.
But then it go back to Dr. Funkenstein.
Mm,
When you take it, every
every
kind of
kind of pill,
pill,
program.
nothing seems to ever cure you ill.
Peck me likely. Yeah, see, and so it's just playing on, and it
That's that
kept
placebo.
yeah, it's just playing on, and man, I love when it goes down, take him to the bridge, Man, and it just and they wait a minute, they don't just stay there for a little bit. They stayed there for
For a
it's like it's
minute.
another whole song now. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
get comfortable, y'all. Kick back, fire up, do whatever you want to
When they
do.
come back the first time, but the second time they stay there, and I'm
Right.
going like, "Oh, look, go back to the."
That was the groove of grooves at that time,
That's why
man.
we start sampling because we start playing the parts that we felt they should have played longer.
Man,
So we
but
loop it.
and if I'm not mistaken, man, I don't remember. See, I've always say this. I don't remember that one on the radio. I remember
You
Bob
right because I
Gun.
think it was too long.
I
Nobody wanted it was too long.
I remember
Because if
Bob
you play
Gun.
it, you can't take it off.
Wait a minute. I remember
That's like
Bob
music.
Gun.
You can't take it off once you
Wait a
put
minute,
it
man.
on.
Hold on. Oh, wait. I remember Bob Gun, and I remember, the last one that's a mega monster of a song we're gonna spend some time talking about. But I just remember those two. But man, there were 45 versions if they wanted it to. You can, man.
You
It,
know, it could have been a 40. I think it was a 45 version of Funkentelechy.
I'm just saying I don't at that time because I wanted to hear that one because I was like, okay, that's gonna be that's the
Yeah.
jam.
You know
But
who you know who what made me a listener to a certain person's radio show was, and I didn't realize who he was till after some other things that happened. But this dude, I was listening to Calyx one day, and the DJ, this dude played Funkentelechy all the way through. No interruptions, no stops, no nothing. He just played Funkadelic all the way through.
wait a minute, not while it was out. You talking like 20
No,
years
this was
later?
later because
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was just tripping because
Okay.
I never heard anybody play it on the radio, and if they did, they didn't play it long or whatever, or it may
Hmm.
have been in the, I don't know. I've never, like you said, I never heard it being played on the radio. So that
Right.
one time, years later after it was out, it had to be like in the '80s, late '80s.
Hmm.
Um, this dude played he played that song and let it play all the way through. And I was just tripping that, oh, man, he got away with playing the host, and
The whole song.
but I thought about, okay, but it is college radio, but still, dude had the audacity to just play it and let it play, right? And without even trying to, because some people might fade and I'll try to put something else in. And ever since then, I started listening to the history of
Oh, that was your
Guru.
introduction, huh? To the Huru
Yeah.
Maggot, huh? Oh man.
I was like, man, I became an instant fan because I said, oh, when he plays some more funk, he gonna play.
Well,
he ain't gonna
he ain't gonna
he
cut it
ain't
short.
gonna he gonna let it play.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's
Shout
why I
out
love
to our dude Ricky Vincent,
Professor Ricky
the
Vincent.
professor, the Uhuru Maggot, who we get down with every Friday night on the history of funk, man. Cause that's if y'all don't know about the history of funk and y'all checking us out, man,
Y'all need,
you need
y'all
to
need to
you need to
check
stop
out.
watching us right now and go Google the
Well, not
history of
right
funk.
now
Oh
after
wait,
the
okay,
show.
after the show. Okay, all right, yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, hold on, I'm
but
trying.
you know,
Wait a minute. Hey, we still trying to grow over here. He got
but
about
you
15,000
go listen
subscribers.
to Ricky Vincent's history of funk
Right,
though. That's what
right.
you do.
it's a lesson at the same time where you getting your funk on, man. Get your funk on. Get your funk on. You know, he want to do something
Yeah,
with that, don't he?
they be getting down just for the funk of it over there.
Get your funk on.
Yeah, get your funk on, get your funk on, get
See,
your
I
funk
was
on.
saying you wasn't paying attention.
Ding, ding,
You was
ding, ding,
see.
ding,
Yeah,
ding.
he loved that. He loved that
Oh, but
song.
don't bounce.
All right.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Huckabuck.
Oh,
How did you spell relief?
all
See, that's
right.
what I'm saying, man. He threw Huckabuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all from New Orleans know about that. But
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana folks know the Huckabuck. So, but just the fact though, man, he was that that song. It was kind of like to me that became a trademark with Parliament was them long songs.
Right. Right.
I think Dr. Funkenstein was because it was a slower groove. It seemed like it was going on forever, but when when Mothership Connection came out and you had P Funk, Mothership Connection, I'm Funky UFO, Night of Thumping Source People, okay. But when Funkadelic hit, the Bop Gun, that song was long.
Yeah, it was the long song. Got to
Sir
get it
Nose
long.
was long. That song 10, like I said, 10 minutes a game on that song. And
Hmm.
then Funkadelic. Let's see how long that one
Wait a
was.
minute. So you knew what was to come. To start coming was these 12 inches was in the
Yeah,
immediate future.
Funkadelic was 10 minutes
Wait,
and
what?
55 seconds.
And that's what I'm trying to say. You didn't need a 12 inch of that one. It was already on the album for you.
No, it took up a
Yeah.
quarter of the album, pretty much.
Yeah, man. You got
And then it
anything else on
spilled
that?
over.
You got anything
Uh,
else for the
I mean,
Funkenteleky?
I can say I can go on Funkadelic with the game and that song forever because
Right.
it's it's just all of it, man, is packed with you know game.
I love when he says,
Um,
I love when they say,
See,
better
the
luck next
salvation of
time.
the salvation of inspiration is the motivation. Fasten your
Fasten your
seatbelt.
safety belts while we take you face to face with the nosiest.
Computer, I know.
Wait a minute.
See,
See,
the nosiest double entendre.
computer that we know. And that was before computers were personal computers, right? They were,
That's when they
uh,
had them IBMs that take up the whole
well,
room.
you see the picture on Dr. Frankenstein. That's the
Yeah,
lab
that's the
right there.
computer lab right there. Yeah.
Right there. Uh, Man, see, so I'm going to throw some wild concepts. So, man, is it possible that Sir Nose was just a bad clone of Dr. Frankenstein?
No, no. Sir Nose got explained later.
Okay.
He was, that was a dude that thought he was too cool to.
Yeah, but where did
he
he come
he
from? I understand that, but where did he come from?
he,
Wait a
he
minute, he look a lot like George Clinton.
Well, from my understanding, it was the dude at the barbershop that would come in that couldn't do nothing because he just got his hair processed. And he couldn't
Oh,
go
okay.
swimming, couldn't get his
Mm-hmm.
hair wet. He
Mm-hmm.
couldn't he
Oh,
couldn't dance
okay.
because he
Oh,
break a
okay.
sweat and
Oh,
start
yeah,
sweating in his suit, sweat his perm out or whatever.
I
He
understand.
was too cool to do anything. That's
I
what I'm saying. That's
understand.
what Sir Nose was.
I understand.
You know?
I'm talking about the origin of
But
his origin
you
though.
get hit with that bop gun, blam,
You going yeah.
you lose. It's like,
Wait,
okay, you know what?
you
I'm just
lose
gonna
your
have to sweat.
process and do rag
Yeah,
and you get an
exactly.
afro.
Yeah, you start funking, and all that don't matter.
I
Free
understand,
your
man.
mind, and your
It-
will
We'll
follow.
follow. I just wanted to throw a little curve, man, because I swear he look. Wait a minute, Sir Nose look an awful lot like George, man. And I'm gonna stop right there because I'm
Well,
clowning.
it
'Cause, you
could.
know,
No, no. I mean, but it could have been like that was the one side. Star Child was one side of him, and Sir
I,
Nose was the side that should I do this or not? I'm a. Everybody want to get down, but you know what? Nah, I ain't feeling that.
man, the
I
world, the
look. I don't want to mess my do up.
right, the world is based on two things, man. And I ain't gonna get too deep with it, but just a little. And and those two things are choices. And within that one thing of choice, you get the other, either right or wrong. It's your reality is going to be based on Do I go
The
down this
choices
road
you
or that road? You can get with this
make.
or you can get with that. I mean, it is that when it really boils down to. So yeah, to me, from my little funkadelic lord, yeah, that could have been a within myself. I can see, man, I'm gonna make a good choice today, but man, I may make a poor choice tomorrow that may send me all the way down this bad avenue if I keep following nosy. I need to get back over here and follow Star Child. The
But
good
that's why you
clone.
go back to church.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And amen, brother. So, uh, what else on this Funkentelechy, man?
uh, another title track,
What's that?
Placebo Syndrome,
Da 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 da.
and that comes on right after Funkentelechy. So it's Funkentelechy versus
Mm-hmm. And who were the writers on that, man? That was George. Oh,
I think
Billy
Billy
Bass.
Bass. Yeah.
What? There's so
So
much
was
syndrome,
that
baby.
Billy playing on it?
I,
Was that an old track?
you gotta go get that book and find out, man. Cause
So
what does it say
or
on the
or or
thing?
was or was Billy's name put on there to make up for something? I don't know. That's sometimes that would happen, man. Because sometimes they don't have enough time to get all the credits together. They just record company be like, hurry up, hurry up. So yeah, everybody be under pressure and they just throw some names out and that's what gets printed. And then later on you hear people talking about, "Ah, I wrote that. Well, I played on that." And the thing is, in most bands, that kind of don't matter. But
Right.
when P-Funk takes on a life of its
Of its
own, it
own.
becomes
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
thing. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I want to know who played what on what.
What and who was doing what and who got
'Cause I want
credited.
to know when I see him at the concert. Oh, that's who that is. Oh, that's Gary. Or that's oh, nah, that ain't him.
Hmm.
And then sometimes you now, and I mean this with all due respect.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, hold on, let me put my paper
When I
down.
didn't
What?
hear
What?
when I first started going to see P Funk when I was younger, Funk Festival was the first time I ever seen him 77 Funk Festival. No, it was at 79.
So,
The yeah,
you talking
79.
about you talking about Funk on the Green?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was 79.
Yeah, so I missed them when all the players that loved on the albums and blah blah blah, most of them was gone. And so when I'm starting to hear some of the songs live, I'm wondering why they ain't either ain't playing certain parts or they ain't sounding the same or
Uh oh.
and I realized, oh, because that ain't the person that was playing it. That's somebody else playing somebody else's part.
Mm.
So of course it's not gonna sound like, but that's why I said in the other show about Mike Hampton, you know when it's Michael Hampton playing. Because when you see Mike playing and you hear that tone, you like, okay, right. That's him. You know, then when I started zoning in on Gary's playing, oh, so okay,
Mm.
now I started finding out what songs he was on and watching his style and not hearing his vocals. Because to me, Gary had that Bobby Womack thing going on sometimes,
Yes, he
where
did.
he,
Yeah, that's a good
and
one.
and and who else? Tried that kind of did the same thing with uh KC from KC and JoJo. Kind of had that, that Bobby Womack, that
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
yelling, but
Mm.
in Keith, that was that Gary and New Birth with
Mm.
being such a long time. And
Mm.
they get to the end of the song and they that's the style that I know Gary had when he was singing. And that's how I could tell Gary on certain records.
Mm-hmm.
So, once I started seeing them live, I started putting faces and musical styles to the records I had been listening to. And then it
Well,
started making even more, it started,
well,
going,
and before we get really too far past it, isn't this around the time where Glenn had left, right? He hadn't passed yet, but this is around the time when when him and Jerome, it was time to leave the mothership, right?
I think it was around
So
77, 76, 77.
77
Seven,
because
yeah. Because the
70,
Quasar, they came out with Quasar.
right, and so it was a you talking about musicianship. It was a ultimate shift, getting ready from the original. What, and it's not original because it go all the way back to the 50s if you want the original. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, but but
exactly.
but
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 then
from
but
but
then when you get the
for
Eddie and the
right
Billy and
right
Eddie
right
sound,
right. So this
and
this
then the
the
Gary and
saga,
Boogie sound,
right. So when we got to this saga here, and now
it's
from
more
Glenn,
Bootsy.
right, and we had Glenn who was, like you say, taking them to church, calling on
Yep.
the mothership. And when he left, Gary totally just filled
Gary
it.
Field, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like, okay. And I was cool with that. I knew, Glenn, man, was definitely missed and still missed to this day. But Gary came in
Yeah.
and was able to. Was he also the band leader too? Did he take over the band leader
Uh
part?
I think Gary was band leader when George's first uh stab at retirement.
Mm.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was for the when they did all those Apollo
That
shows
was
and
after
stuff. Yeah, yeah,
that
I
was
remember that.
around
But
that time
but but
George said, I'm gonna
before,
retire.
I'm going back to when the peakness, the Earth tour leading into this Flashlight album we talking about.
Now see, I don't know because I wasn't like I hadn't seen them live and I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
really,
Well, that'll be a good question for Danny and all of these other historians. Was even when Glenn was there, did Gary come in,
yeah,
or
who
what?
was the
Oh,
band leader?
band leader, or was it Bernie? At the time, because
I
then,
think it seemed like it was Bernie
yeah.
because he was doing all the arrangements
So
and
that's definitely a good one
you
that we
seen
can
what he was doing on stage. He'd be like,
get on the one, y'all.
yeah. So it's like,
Yeah. So what up? So not getting too far off of it. So on placebo syndrome, right? You had
yeah,
we see Billy with the writer's credit. So, but like you said, with the way that the credits were done, it's still a mystery unless you got some real insider stuff like Danny got going on. So another shout out to
yeah,
Danny again. Um,
exactly.
so
So, but I want to get into placebo syndrome about some of them lyrics though,
okay, go ahead.
because it was they were the break in the chorus or the break when they go living at the top of the syndrome.
Hmm.
It's like they were basically breaking down what the syndrome is. And
There's so
uh
much syndrome, baby. Yeah.
when all the smiles are out of town, you're going round and round. You find the syndrome. It's letting you and it's like this slow, almost melancholy type of grooves,
Right, right,
sound. So
right.
it's kind of like you in the doldrums, you kind of like you feeling down. You ain't, you just like that syndrome got you.
When your ups put you down. I
Your
mean, listen to
placebo is too weak.
it's too weak. You're in this. So, and once
My
again,
favorite line, my
go ahead.
favorite line.
What?
And the intensity of their sadness is equal to the intensity they enjoy.
Ooh,
So
yikes.
that right there, that's like
Mm.
just as like no matter how sad you sad as but your enjoyment is gonna be that same power. Like so, it's kind of like telling you if you sad, don't don't let it get you down because things gonna get better. And then when they get better, you're gonna be up. But then also don't get too up because all that goodness you feeling and now your ego is way up here.
Be prepared for a down. Yeah.
When it get chopped down, it's gonna be equal to. So
Right.
if you feeling way good, it's gonna be all bad. And if it's all bad, it's gonna be way good.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no all my goods were better than my bad, the sad, or the sad was less or more. No, it's equal to. So
Yeah. All
You
right.
see what I'm saying?
I know
So
what you said. Hey, all right. So I'm gonna get everybody mad at me again. You know what I used to do with
flip,
Funkatelli?
go flash the song. I know you feel. I know y'all. I know all y'all that did that. Now, see that reminds me of the people
Wait a minute, no,
that.
hold on, no, wait a minute, hold on, let me make
No,
it
no,
clear.
no, no.
No,
I
so
gotta say this.
no,
I
no,
gotta
man,
say
see, you
this.
about to clown me, see, but you didn't
No, I
understand.
ain't clowning.
You
This ain't
about
a
to clown.
clown.
Yeah,
It's not a
okay.
clown because I understand.
Wait,
I
wait a minute.
understand.
No, but see, can I explain myself though? Can I explain?
Wait.
I
Hold
mean,
on. This reminds me of those people.
oh,
They
see,
bought the One Nation album, and
no,
every time
no,
you listen to it, it's
see,
like that was the only song
no.
that had scratch marks on it. Was One
No,
Nation.
no, what? Yeah, but see, you gotta, man. See, this is happening in real time, though, dude. From the age 14 going into 15, I
Dude,
matured to. No, I'm saying for my Funkentelechy, I endured a change and shifting of the way how I listened. See, you were listening to stuff way before me, even though you was younger. I'm
no,
saying as I
but for
evolved, though,
placebo,
I
I did skip it.
oh.
I was guilty of
Wait a minute.
skipping
What?
that one
Why you
too.
got me out here
Uh,
testifying by myself? Then, yeah. Come on, then say
Because
something.
it's because that was, at the time, like you said, when it was out, when it just hit, it was like we kind of, then when it come on, it's like, oh man, what is this? And then and the time that I listened to it was one of them times I just sat down, I listened to the whole album, like just listen to it.
Right.
And then I like, oh man, this is kind of cool.
Man, totally.
But
It's
yeah, I
one.
skipped it.
Okay, see, man, you just let me hang out there all by myself, man. Like I'm the only one out here skipping the record and stuff, man. You wrong
Oh
for that,
man.
blood. You wrong for that. You wrong for that one, man.
But I'm
Anyway,
gonna make everybody mad because I used to skip flashlight.
okay, I guess I got to. Wait a minute. Hey man, your picture. Wait a minute, your picture just froze when you said.
Because
No,
I
no.
was hearing it too. I'm sorry, y'all.
You know,
That's kind of funky.
see,
If it okay, I got an unstable connection.
yes. See, when you said that, all type of circuitry just fell apart right
And when
there.
they what hold on. But
Wait a
no,
minute.
seriously
Wait a
though,
minute. Because
I
we've
used to
been.
skip flashlight. I'm guilty. I did because
Look at
I
my
was
face
in.
right now.
Check it out, dude. In a sense,
No, no, wait a minute,
I
man.
no. In a sense, I was certain nose.
Ah,
I was
okay.
certain nosing because I
Mm.
didn't dance. I didn't
Oh,
dance. I was too shy to dance. And blah blah
okay.
blah blah. So when flashlight came on, I was one of them that. Oh yeah, they play this one on the radio too much. I heard it too much. So I'll go back to Funkentelechy was certain
Man,
those
Sir Nose
or the
had you
non
under
hits.
control, man. What's
Oh,
up
that
with
was no
that, man?
to me, man, it was
I know.
like
Okay, see, there you
the,
go.
the when stuff was played, that's why I wasn't a hit person. I didn't like because the hits to me they got played too
Okay,
much. And so
okay.
I was like, especially if I heard the song so much before I got the album, I couldn't even play it out. The
Okay,
radio
I
played it
got you.
out before I could.
Okay.
So, it
All
was
right,
like,
but yeah, so yeah, you tripped me out with that. So let me
I'm
just
not.
let me just see since we talking about what we did when this was out, going back to Westlake days, I used to carry a briefcase, right? And for lunchtime, we would go to the cafeteria, and in my briefcase, the album of the year was Funkentelechy versus the Placebo Syndrome.
Yep.
And I would put, wait, a minute, we couldn't play the whole album because, everybody just got their food and was eating. So the main song that I would drop the needle on every time was Flashlight.
Of course.
And man, we gonna get into the elements of that song, but let me just give you this quick experience. So one of our dudes from back then, I don't know if you remember Lando. This is when boogalooing and pop locking was still
Yeah.
strong. And
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
and I don't know how our lunchroom had a strobe light. Dude, I don't know if you
I
remember this,
remember
man.
that.
It, it was a strobe light in our lunchroom. So
Some
man,
people
we
would get sick.
Man, we would turn the lights off and hit the strobe light, and when that breakdown and flashlight came, little Orlando was pop locking and doing his thing. Man, it was magical.
Yeah,
It was just
exactly.
magical, man. It was magical.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get into the elements of the song that you were skipping because you had heard it too many times on the radio, man. Because
Oh,
go ahead, I'll let you get in because we gonna bring it home with this one, man.
well, all I can say is that flashlight was a game changer
Amen.
because of the keyboard bass by Bernie Worrell, Dr. George Bernard Worrell. It was, it
Rest his
was,
soul.
it was,
Mm.
yes, rest in peace, Bernie. It was, I mean, you can't even explain it, man. It was like when Flashlight first, when you first heard Flashlight, it was kind of standing on the verse, getting on.
Dun, 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 dun. But it didn't change. But see, yeah, right, right. Wang, dang. It's like
Come on,
what?
man. It was them 16th notes.
It was
That
like
bouncing
what?
bass line.
It was like what? That ain't Bootsy. That ain't the Mutron. What?
Exactly.
What? What?
What's
What?
this?
What monster sound are we hearing for the first time? Now, don't get us wrong. We know Stevie Wonder was dabbling
Yeah.
into some synth bass lines.
With the same equipment.
Wait, hold on. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, one of those. I know some people call it the Moog, but the name
It's
is
the
the
Moog.
Moog. It's the
The
Moog,
Moog.
like Vogue. But
We used to
man,
pronounce it the way it looked, the way
yeah,
it was
Moog. It
spelled.
was, and I always thought they were saying Moog control, Moog, Moog, Moog. Someone's funking with the Moog. I was like, nah, that ain't.
It's
He
like on
says it.
Funkentelechy when George says, "Ooh, who was
Who's
that?"
that?
That's how you felt when you heard that.
That
It just the sound. It was a deep bass sound
man, it
that
it it was it
hadn't
was
been played with that style of music before.
and like you said, it was just 16th notes, but no, man. It was the stuff in between those 16th notes that he was
Mm-hmm.
turning the knobs and wow, wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. So
And
that's gonna show up on one of
this is
that's gonna show
everybody's
up on
favorite
one of
part.
that's gonna show up on one of our when we do our favorite breaks, because that's to
And
me that was one of my
yeah,
favorite.
then it's gonna go.
Hey, hey man, Hey, hey, I'm getting ready. Let me go right field for 2 seconds. I'm gonna give a shout out to Danny because when they do flashlight now, look, I'm even getting balloons and ain't even trying. When they do flashlight now, he playing it on his keyboard.
Yeah,
Love you for that, man. Keep
we
doing
love
that.
you, Danny.
Don't
Danny, yeah.
don't don't wait. We love lies too, man. But when y'all do
When it comes to
flashlight,
that keyboard bass, Danny, man, and
yeah,
Danny's been there for years, man. Danny
he doing the
is
damn
going,
thing, man.
he's going above and beyond
He's
what he's
carrying a
doing.
lot of weight, as I said in the other
Exactly.
episodes, man. He's carrying, and that makes a difference for us heads that love to hear it done a certain way, man. So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
that that is
So
that is a true nod to Bernie every time you do that,
exactly.
man. That's
Danny
what
is
it's saying. Yeah,
showing the ultimate respect to the original
yeah. The way
artist,
it's being done. Yeah,
the
yeah.
way, yeah.
So
And
yeah,
that's like what a lot of P-Funk heads want to hear
yes,
because, and I know, I mean, the youngsters and all that, yeah, we get that, but at the same time, it's like, man, y'all youngsters got to know the feel of where it came from,
right,
the original
right,
sound of where that
right.
came from, and
And,
why it made people feel the way the
The
way they
only
feel.
the only suggestion I'm gonna say, just like how we always say, turn mic up. When y'all turn mic up for that guitar part on Knee Deep, but please turn Danny up when he's playing that bass line. to flashlight because everyone's gotten used to hearing Lige over there rumbling doing this thing. Man, reroute that sound right to that amp that he was coming out of too, if you
Yeah.
have to, because it that carries the song, y'all. And we saying this out of love because we loving that it's being done that way. So keep doing it, man.
Yeah, because it's done like the bass and the keyboard bass are they're playing in unison.
Hmm.
And the way the song was mixed, it's like, you getting the dominant deep bass of that that Moog,
Man, see, it's a trip. I,
you
I
know,
don't I don't
or
hear.
whatever keyboard he was using for
Yeah,
that.
I think he was using the Polymoog. I think that it was a
Okay.
version of something like behind me, but it was the like they call it the
The original, yeah,
yeah, and the historians, y'all check it. I believe it was called
synthesizer music.
wait a minute, don't do that though. Don't be throwing those side jabs like that, man. Come on.
No side jab.
No, because you know it's gonna catch me and throw me for a loop and stuff, man. Don't be- So, synthesizer music. Yeah, that's another story
No, I
too.
mean, because it was like,
Okay.
that was at the time where, to see like a lot of people, and I'm gonna be like a lot of black people, us African Americans, weren't into all the other, like, because I was into, of course, a lot of, craft work, but there was this group called Tangerine Dream around 76, 77, and they had done the soundtrack to this movie called Sorcerer, and it
Hmm.
was all keyboards. It was all Prophet Fives, Moogs, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever thing they had. That's all it was.
Mm,
And they had like all these deep bass sounds, these spacey sounds, all this, and in a way, to me, it didn't really fit the movies,
mm,
but because it was like spacey, but then again, it was like all the deep bass sounds in there. It was like, let's see, with Flashlight, it was like you hearing that being played with our music,
man, it
not
had
just,
it wasn't it was out there, but it had that, like I said before, that undeniable groove, man.
yeah.
To the fact that it had the Star Wars effect. We didn't even talk about that part of it yet, but it
Mm,
truly had that C3PO sounds going on, that
mm,
like
yep.
like like some type of outer space Star Wars stuff happening.
R2D2.
Man, and wait a minute, how did you start our episode off with? The whole with the comic book. We ain't even got to that part yet. I mean, come on now.
That's what I'm saying. But you ready to close it out with Flashlight.
Are we gonna close out going track by track? Yeah, man, because
But
But the back where how it looks like yeah. So but the part where it looks like the words are rising on the that's what I was that's straight
oh
out of
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, that's straight from. Wait a
Star
minute.
Wars.
Wait a minute. No, not that. The
I know. I'm just
oh you just showing the
I'm just
people.
giving everybody the
Okay,
the
go ahead.
intergalactic breakdown of.
All right.
They had a
See,
comic book in the album.
yes, yes. See, that's a there.
But this
There
is what
you
you
go.
talking about
Yeah,
here.
that's Star Wars, y'all. And I love the fact that that thing right there came out and look, little spaceship at the bottom. Y'all talking about Star Wars? We got the Funk Wars going on. We got Sir Nose
Then
Devoid of
when the
Funk
credits
versus
come
Star
on, it goes.
Child. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. This became on this album. It was clear that Parliament was an ongoing funk opera.
Yes, it was. And they
It
was
was a
putting out
saga.
hits. And they were putting out hits now because
Exactly.
because at this time still Funkadelic hadn't had that platinum song One Nation Under a Groove yet. So that was to come. And we'll get all into that later. But this right here, you've had Mothership, you've had Clones, you had that live album, and now this. Four bangers.
Yep.
Three studio bangers.
And then you got two more to come after that, three more to come after
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But we ain't getting ahead of
yeah,
ourselves
slow it down. Yeah,
because
there
we
you go.
still in space.
We still we back in space. Remember, we kind of came down
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
lab, and now we
yeah. Because
back.
they came down here. They in the
Mm-hmm.
pyramids.
Mm.
That lab is inside the pyramids. They
Oh,
do
so you like
planes
that,
on
huh?
it.
Yeah, there you go.
So they
Yeah.
they came and got in the pyramids and made some clones.
Oh yeah.
Then they had to go back, but then on their way back, they run into you know who.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you won that last battle, but yeah, I'm back.
So,
So,
so check this out. We that wasn't there a story about where correct me if I'm wrong. Bernie said he needed to compete with Boosie towards the. He wanted for that particular song. He wanted to make sure that that bass keyboard did some undeniable stuff that was gonna
yeah.
last for decades.
Was that in an interview or
Yeah,
Country Music?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be spreading no bad rumors. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I just remember it was something, and it
Yeah,
wasn't
I
like,
think it was
yeah,
probably Bernie trying to let people know that, you know, there's this new sound and
man,
you know,
that just opened the door for what was to come for bass synthesizer sounds.
exactly.
And
Exactly. And it go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, but then you look at all of the players that was on that particular track, and if I'm not mistaken, that's Boosie's brother playing guitar on that, the
Yeah,
rhythm.
Phelps. Yep.
Yeah, see, and that rhythm guitar part, but pocket,
But now,
pocket. Is what I'm saying.
yeah,
That riff was so deep in the pocket. I could listen to that for about 10 hours, man, and be happy. I mean, it's so deep in the pocket going on with that bass line, man.
and then now there's another thing that's probably gonna blow the cobwebs out some of y'all minds is
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of people think that that was Maceo doing a sax solo on
Mm-hmm.
Flashlight.
Right.
It wasn't. It was this guy, Daryl Dixon,
Oh,
did the sax solo on that. And yeah, he did that. He did that thing.
he did that thing on that, and remember, and I think I brought this up before. Remember, Boosie, they were doing kind of double, triple time, Funkadelic, Parliament out, and then Boosie's solo stuff was starting to pop really hard, and
Did
he,
Bootsy play drums on Flashlight?
well, all right, man. I don't know. You may have to ask Kevin Foster that or something, man. The way you just
We're gonna
asked
have
that
to ask
question.
somebody. It's probably in the book, but
Yeah, so I
and I
don't
know
know.
I'm jumping ahead of myself, but I know Mudbone played drums on Aqua Boogie.
Oh, look, see, man, look at you.
Now,
You diving in the water already. Come on, man. Just
well,
tap
I'm
your
just
toe in there.
saying.
We'll get back to
It
that
had
one.
the capsule had to drop somewhere from space. It landed in the water.
So,
Yeah,
man,
that's our
and then
next one.
and then
Nah.
let's talk about those vocals for a minute, man.
Oh man, on what song
Uh, uh,
throughout the whole album?
No, no, we on flashlight,
On
man. Stay with
Flashlight?
stay with me, man.
Okay.
Stay with me, man.
Oh
We
yeah, la da da dee da 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 da. From
eh,
a bar mitzvah.
What you heard the Lord come right out of his mouth talking about that was from some type of bar mitzvah thing, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
George just said his friend took him to his bar mitzvah, and he heard that
And
because
which part
that's
are we
what they were
talking
doing.
about now?
Da
La
da
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 dee
dee
da
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 dee da
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 da.
da.
There's a video I think on
Come
YouTube
on,
about
man.
that.
Man, see, once you start hitting, you can pretty much, and I don't mean any disrespect on this, you can throw out some really wild concepts and they will fit. And it fits, man. I mean, I was talking about something on Prince's one of his records where he just going ding 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 ding. I mean, just slapping the keyboard, right?
But
It worked.
now I heard that they would do this in the studio, or they would sing it along with that part, either live or something. It was like an inside joke. They'd go like, There'll
There'll
never
never
be
be
another
another
song
song.
like a
Oh,
record
no,
like that, something like
another
that.
band like ours.
Yeah, so yeah,
There'll
okay.
never,
So
there'll never be another
another
band like.
band
So,
like
wait,
ours.
wait, but that's some Illenstein lore that I heard from. That heard that one from. Rest in peace, brother.
But yeah, so somebody had told us that, man.
Yeah. Okay. See.
Oh
See.
man, the stories. Oh man, Jesus,
Man, but the
stuff we
overall
heard.
the overall thing, man. And yeah, we gonna bring it on home, man. Because we got a real special episode just gonna be coming up. Because I see them texting me right now saying they ready to do their thing. Uh,
Funkentelechy versus the Placebo
Placebo
Syndrome.
Syndrome, y'all. If
Check
if
that album out if you haven't, and if you have already, check it out again for a deeper listen.
play it from the beginning to end, y'all. Give the album some respect. Don't skip
Read the
past it like
comments.
how wait a minute, don't skip past some of the songs like we did when we was teenagers on the mothership. Let it play, let the
Yeah,
vibe flow
play,
all the way
let it
through, y'all.
marinate. Go
Let it
from Bop
marinate
Gun to Flashlight.
all the way to the end to where it fades out and then how it comes back with that man, the overall arrangements to have it drop out and then to come back with the other ending. Under the sun,
Yeah, oh, the
under
way
the
they did
sun, under the
Under
sun,
the Sun.
under
Oh,
the
like I did
sun.
the 12 inch and come back
Oh,
here.
man, why you come on, man?
I'm sorry.
Why you do that, man?
But yeah, but that's how it ended. Under the sun, under the sun. Oh, DJs. Oh, we ate that up for the remixes or just scratching over stuff. Yeah, we was loving that. But but yeah,
Yeah, man.
that was one of the yeah.
That was
Yeah.
definitely a banger, y'all. And hey, so check this out. Before we close, man, I want to make sure we appreciate just in the short time we've been on our subscribers. It has doubled. Shout out again to the live listeners, such as my big sister hanging with us, hooking me up with t-shirts and whatnot, and just the love and support, man. We truly appreciate it. We are truly growing the production, y'all. We trying to make it happen so we can keep bringing this to y'all, and all we ask is just for you to hit the like button and subscribe. I know a lot of times, we
And
tend to
share.
forget that, and share. So that's three things. But man, if you hit that subscribe, it shows that we're growing. You hit that like, it gets this out there to even more people that like to hear about the funk and like to hear what we're talking about. So yeah, man.
And
What
we
what
want to also
what you
give a
got, brother?
special shout out to Danny Bedrosian.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up the book, The Authorized P-Funk Song Reference, Official Canon of Parliament-Funkadelic, 1956 to 2023.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
Danny did a phenomenal job of getting the information from the source
Yeah.
on all of the songs and questions you may have, or who played on what album. Pick the book up,
Yeah,
please.
and him and George got their podcast thing going too, the bump by bump rundown.
Bump by
Definitely
bump
check that.
rundown. Yeah,
You
check
learn
that
a
out.
lot about the inside stuff that we think that we know.
Exactly.
They come with it and give it, the front door effect. You get to
See,
hear
we
it
just
from
coming
them,
from the fan aspect of
yeah,
how it was presented to us,
and how it moved and
as the
grooved us.
records came
Yeah,
out.
right.
We didn't know, you don't know the inside. All you know is the album cover, the songs, and the credits that you're reading.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah.
unless you was, deeply involved with somebody that had something to do with the
You're right,
projects,
right. Unless you was in or
but
in the
even then,
lab, yeah.
the public didn't want to hear all that. They just wanted to hear the song and go on with. But I digress. Pick
Digressing
up
time.
those things, and we shout out to everybody. We love all you guys that tune in and watch the show.
Absolutely.
Stay
Hey,
tuned.
and in closing, we'll be
Your
back
funkers.
and we're gonna funk it with you each and every time, y'all. Each and every time. We'll see you next week, funking around with PTFI and David Chaos. Peace.